Okay, we're back at this LOL diagram that I already made, and just a couple things I want to remind you of so that you understand how to do this on your own. First of all, we got this problem because we were talking about a rock on a hill. And when I thought about this problem, we had already done the problem, so we knew that there was 200 joules here, that when it rolled down the hill, it had 100 joules of kinetic energy and 100 joules of thermal energy. That is what we calculated, all right? Let's say I never told you that. Let's say I just told you that there was a rock on a hill, all right? And then you could have decided for yourself how much of it became thermal energy and how much it became kinetic energy. When I drew this over here, I drew that there were 2 bars of kinetic energy and 2 bars of thermal energy on at the end because we had already calculated that. But if I had not told you that and you had not calculated that, you could have made it any way you wanted, except that there were 4 bars here starting out, and if you had chosen 4 bars here, you would need a total of 4 bars here because before must equal after. Energy is conserved. So you have to have the same amount of bars of energy at the start as you do at the end, okay? And so here I wrote 2 of each at the end because there were 4 at the start. But if you had wanted, you could have written that there were 3 bars of kinetic energy and just 1 bar of thermal energy at the end, if I had not told you exactly how much there was supposed to be, all right? So you have a choice. When you make your energy bar charts, your LOL diagrams, you have a choice as to how big you make the bars, as long as the before equals the after. That's what I'm mainly looking for in these diagrams, is that before equals after. One other thing you should remember in your charts, I wrote it over here, but I wrote energy on this axis. It's telling you how much energy there is stored in each of these different ways of storing energy. And so I really should have written over on this side, I really should have written that there's some energy over here also. Okay, so I should have labeled my axis. This is always before here, this is after, and this is the system. You need to make sure to write what is in your system. Again, I wrote that there's the rock in the system and the earth in the system. You need to make sure to do that, all right? So all these things are going to be part of your diagrams that you're making for today. You just have to make your diagrams well enough that I can see and understand what you're drawing about, that I can count the number of bars before and the number of bars afterwards. Remember, those need to be equal. All right, one last thing you need to draw. I should say here, there's 4 things you need to draw. First, you need to make a little sketch which shows where 0 meters high is, if it's a problem with a hill. Secondly, you need to tell what's in your system, which I did here. Third, you need to make your LOL diagrams, but fourth, you need to write an equation, because before, the energy has to equal the energy after. So your guys are going to write the equation. So before here, all I had was gravitational potential energy, so I'm just writing a G at the start. There is no other form of storing energy at the start, but there is at the end no gravitational potential energy. And so I'm just writing equals, and then what kind of energy is there at the end, or what storage form of energy is at the end? Well, we know that there's kinetic energy, energy of motion, the rock is rolling down the hill, and there was also some thermal energy. All right, and so I write a T. All right, you in your drawings today, when you do your assignment today, you have to have your energy before equaling your energy after, your energy before equals your energy after. All right, make sure, because that's what I'm looking for in your drawings mostly. You should have 4 parts to your LOL diagram. You should have a sketch. You should have the system, that's the O part. Then you should have before and after bar chart and an equation that shows before and after. Okay, so those things should be in your assignment for today.